Welcome to the World is Listening podcast. And who do I have with me today?
You know who it is.
Tell the world. Tell the world.
Hello, world. Hello, beautiful people. I'm Nathalie. How you doing? The best. No, honestly, hello to everyone.
All right.
Hello, my brother. I'm glad you
I'm
had
great.
me here.
Absolutely. Where you from, Natalie?
Oh, of course, you already know. Let's get into it. Where we from? New York City. Hey. Representing Southside Jamaica, Queens, of course.
So you born and raised in Queens?
Born and raised in that.
Okay. So what brought you to the South?
Oh gosh. I met a person in New York. He's a New Yorker, but his family had just moved to North Carolina like 2 years prior before meeting him. So of course, being young and married in my 20s, I took the move to North Carolina with him, but I actually met him in New York City.
Okay.
But once we got married and I had my firstborn after 3 months, we moved to North Carolina.
All right, so let's take it back. So what was life like in New York?
Oh my God, super fun. Just lit. Everything was fun. Everything was just a real community. It was just love, you know.
So you used to catch a train everywhere?
Oh yeah. These kids are not advanced. They're not on our level. I guarantee you they get lost in this world. Because if you raised in New York City, you're making anyways, truthfully. Because you got, 7-year-olds on trains? I mean, people would look at it like, oh my God, but survival of the fittest, you know.
So what was childhood like?
Childhood was, it was good. I had a very, very good background. I was blessed to have my stepfather, rest in peace, you know, to offer a hand with love to raise me.
Okay.
Of course, my mother, with the grace of God, is still here, still teaching and guiding. But childhood was a blessing. I grew up in a generation that was from West Indian, the family. You know, my background is West Indian, half Haitian and Bahamian.
Okay.
So therefore, I was raised with a lot of tradition, a lot of love, a lot of family connection when I was young. You know, as you get older, family starts to, you know, spread apart, you know, usually when family members dies or, you know, the monarchy, the menarche. That will hold the whole family to the matriarch. Matriarch. Right. I'm so dry.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm trying to get it together, you know. Right. But the matriarch of the family. Things start to change a little bit, you know. Family members start to, but most importantly, we still, definitely tight knit. I'm very close with my brothers, my sisters. My mother, of course. I love my family no matter what, if we're near or far. That's one thing about me. I'm always praying, always thinking about them. But, of course, you know, as you get older, you see family not being the same as it used to be, you know.
Is most of your family still in New York?
Everybody's in New York. And most people's, like, spread apart. You know, like the younger generation, a little bit younger than me, that started their own family. They kind of spread apart. But the majority elders are all in New York.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you rap. Were you rapping back then? Or when did rap start for you?
Well, let me say this. Shout out to my brother, TV Books, a.k.a. Gene.
All right.
But my brother was a rapper. He was actually going to get signed on the Queen Latifah album back then. I was probably about 11 years old or 12 years old. At the time, it was called Flavor Records.
Okay.
And my brother crew was the Far Side, but there was another crew that was called the Far Side that came out with the same name during the same time.
From L.A.?
Yes, I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was like, we keep on passing me by. I remember them.
Yeah.
So long story short is when they was going to sign my brother, unfortunately, she wanted my brother and didn't want his two best friends.
Okay.
And sometimes being too loyal sometimes holds a person back. And I'm learning that even in my late time and age. And I ain't too late, but, you know, I'm learning that as I get older. Sometimes you have to put yourself first, and then you could go ahead and reach for everyone else. So with that being said, she wanted to sign him and didn't really want him to be with the crew. And I think that was a decision that he didn't want to make for loyalty purpose because he's a real good person. And
Right.
with that being
Watch your
said,
bracelets.
Hmm?
Watch your bracelets. They clean.
Oh, excuse me.
No, it's gonna come through on the mic. Well, go ahead.
Gotcha. So let me put it like this.
So because loyalty.
It held him back, and of course, you know, I guess he missed the deal. Even though they changed their name from the Far Side to the Hill Figures.
Okay.
I don't know what happened after that. I think he didn't take the opportunity. I remember that clearly, and I guess he was trying to go independently, and he was doing good. But then after rap during that era took a quick turn and went to a different level, a different plateau, if you know what I mean. Like the style of rap changed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We was kind of used to like the Fruit Snickers, like Busta Rhymes, you know. Busta Rhymes kept up with times pretty much, and I believe my brother definitely would if he kept in it. But once again, you know, sometimes you gotta.
But when did you start?
I started because of my brother.
So your brother said, okay.
I actually started at 11 years old, between 11 and 12, no lie. The first thing I could always remember, and my brother still, I could put him on the phone right now. Mary J. Blige song came on, you know that you'll be, and I knew the whole song.
Okay.
And I didn't know how. And then she came up with another song right during that time. She dropped 2 singles back to back. And I knew the song. And it was like, I think it was a Grand Pugh song with Mary.
Okay.
And then I rapped it so good. And my brother was like, how do you know that song? I was like, I don't know. I said, I heard it before. He said, you couldn't have heard it. He said, they just said on the radio, it's just new release.
Okay.
And I was shocked. I didn't know. And ever since then, I used to be around his crew. And they used to write the rap.
So you're saying you picked up how to rap
from my brother,
and you learned.
But then I also was a poet. So when my brother showed me being a poet, when you write poems, just like writing a rap, you know, you still rhyme your words, except you have a little bit more discreet, you know, words to add into it when your poem is more like, you know, poetry. So he was showing me how to break down the bars, the 16, the verse, the interlude, and I learned from him, honestly. You know,
Right.
I could have really been a beast in it, but you know,
You kind of stopped or something?
I was always in and out. I always dip and dab, you know.
Okay. So what kind of jobs did you do while you was young up there? What was like your first job?
My first job was in the nursing field. I was a CNA.
Your first job?
My first job.
So no McDonald's, no fast food, none of that? You went straight to nursing?
No, my mama didn't want me to work. She had me have to work. All I had to do was make sure I went to school and complete my education accordingly. And, yeah, I was good to go.
Wow.
And
straight to nursing.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. You went straight for the big bucks. That's what time it was.
Definitely. I mean, I got the heart for it, so, you know. Ain't an easy job, though, people.
Right.
It's not an easy job. But, you know, when you serve the Lord, you got to do what you got to do. And they're playing big bucks, as you state now. So.
Right.
But I was in the game before they was paying, so, you know, that heart weighs more. So, yeah.
I could dig that. Okay, so then you met this man. I fast forward a little bit. You met this man, and then he said, let's get married.
Well, I met him when I was 18.
Okay.
Well, actually, I was 17 turning 18. It was in January. He had just turned 18. Excuse me. And with that being said, honestly, his father looked at me, was trying to holler, but then when his father realized, you too young for me. And then he was like, Junior, you need to get that. So it was really his pops that was like...
Wait a minute, that's funny.
And, yeah.
Look, you be like, wait a minute, Junior.
And I didn't believe that was his father. I was like, that's your brother. Yeah. Okay, he was like, look at her boots. I had on white snakeskin boots.
Oh,
I had me a whole one-piece bodysuit, and it was a gray snakeskin outfit. And then I had a little jacket that tied, I remember, and went over.
And this was what age?
I was 17.
And you still rocking bodysuits?
Yeah.
She's like, look, I ain't aged. I'm still popping.
4 kids. Let me brag. Let me brag something. 4 kids.
That's the first stand-up we done had on the show, y'all. Standing up.
With 4 kids, but I'm blessed. Okay. I am, you know. Health is wealth, people. Don't forget, health is wealth.
That's true.
Yeah, don't
wait
too late.
Now you are in North Carolina. What made y'all decide North Carolina?
His mother had originally moved to North Carolina in '96. I met him in '98 when he moved back to New York to live with his mom. So of course, after 2000, after having my daughter, I had my daughter in New York, and about 3.5 months after having her, we moved back. We moved to North Carolina, not back, but we moved to North Carolina to start a living. We had just gotten married a year before that, having a baby, so we was trying to make a life for ourselves.
Okay. And how many kids did y'all
have? We had 4 together,
yeah,
3
4
girls and 1 boy.
And how long were y'all married?
According to God's faithfulness, we would have to ask the Lord. I know I was faithful, so I can't accumulate that on the years the next person is, because apparently we wasn't aligned.
Okay, you wasn't aligned.
So with that being said, it's neither here or there, you know.
Right. So let me ask you this. Let's go deep. You ain't seen that in the podcast yet.
I have not.
Yeah, you ain't seen that. Look. So let's go deep. So
let's dive deep. I speak with Rasheem. Let's go.
So let's think. So cheating happened, right?
A lot of cheating, yeah.
Okay. So did you ever ask the question why?
Of course.
What was
But
the answer?
I know it was never no answer. It was just I feel like demonic spirit, the fact that a person feel like you never would leave because how much you love them.
Right.
You know, when you love someone so bad and it's so pure and so innocent, after a while, I believe, it could be a male or female, people start manipulating the field when they feel like what they have is going to always be there and take things for granted. So.
Right. What if he asked to open the relationship up? Then what would you have said?
That's not me. That never been me.
Okay.
I never been a real seductive type of female. I never been a type of female to be here, there, and everybody facing. You know, I just never been that type of female.
So is there nothing he could have said, being honest, that would have actually kept the relationship?
Well, me being mature now, if he would have been like, let's have an open relationship, maybe I would have. But at the same time, no, not with all the diseases and stuff around, because I am a child born. Mm-hmm. Realist, you know what I'm saying? I'm a down-earth person. I'm cut from a different cloth, and I want what I want. And I always wanted the family orientation. If I wanted to be like that, I would have never gotten married, if that was my mind frame. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like how Michael Jackson's mom felt when her husband cheated and he broke the family and broke her heart. You know, because sometimes there's a point of no return. It's like you want to forgive the person, but then they keep on repeating the act, so you know this is not a mistake. Now this is what you want to do.
Right.
You know, and sometimes we have to come to grips, and, you know, it might not feel good, but we have to come in agreement with it, or you will be the one hurt, you know, traumatized, picking up the pieces, so...
Did you go through a long time of hurt? Because how long were you married?
I went through hurt. I mean, we had great times in the beginning, and towards the end, like I said, you know, he changed. You know, he went from I wouldn't be able to go around the corner to the store without me feeling someone's following behind me, and I look back and he's trying to duck, and I'm catching him, like keeping an eye on me. Like, it was such a sweet love. You know, I would never think it would be like that, but you know, life happens, and. It's so many harlots in this world, so.
Would you get married again?
Honestly, at first I said I would never get married, but if I honestly meet a man that is really, really, like, into God, just a whole vibe, a positive person, you know, you don't live and learn from your mistakes. You just want to live life really and just have a good life. And, you know, maybe, you know, I wouldn't mind, but I don't think so. Not in this generation, you know. It's just twisted.
I could dig it. So what do you do now for, like, a living? I know you was a nurse back then.
I'm still in the medical field.
You're still in the medical field?
Yeah, still in the medical field. Still thriving. Still doing God's work. And I am looking to transition to other jobs and do other different things. I also started a party business. I'm still working on that. Trying to get a few more things until I fully advertise it, but I do have that in the making on the side.
Okay. So you say party business, you talking about like kid parties?
Just any party, event
Real,
planner.
like,
Yes.
oh, okay.
I have a lot of stuff already, but I'm trying to get the props now, like my big things. That way they'll be able to rent out if they need to, so that's pretty much the last step, honestly.
Okay.
I got a few things already together.
So tell me about the acting career, because I know you've been acting. Tell me about it.
Yes. Let me think. I started acting, I think, in 8th grade.
8th grade, okay.
I was in the Christmas play. It was the Jesus play. I remember that. I was mad I didn't get to play Mary, but it's okay. I guess they chose the one with the long hair. My mama should have threw a wig on me back then. I might have won, but yeah. I was in the stage play, and it was the birth of Jesus Christ, a Christmas story. I went to Catholic school growing up. And I was in a Christmas play. I remember that. And I started.
This is in New York?
Yeah, this is in New York. I was in 8th grade. And shortly after that, I mean, people was giving me so much compliment. I really never looked into acting. I just knew as a little girl when I used to sit on my grandma's lap watching the Grammy Awards. They used to come on Channel 7. Was it the Grammy Awards? Remember the awards that they used to have way back in the days?
I don't know.
God, I
We
can't
talk about
remember.
Solid Gold Look. There was a lot of award shows.
Oh my God! It always came on Channel 7.
Channel
I believe
7.
it's the Grammy, but it was the awards like the big, like they used to have Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, like the big stars.
Okay.
I can't
That might
remember.
be
I might
Motown.
have it wrong. I might, but
Okay.
it came on Channel 7 in New York, and it was every year the awards. And I used to sit on my grandma's lap. I remember watching it with her in the kitchen, and I visualized. I didn't obviously know as a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, but I just knew, and I said, I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be there. And my grandmother used to say, yeah, you're going to be there.
That's what's
So.
up. So what's some of the projects you've been on? Like, what's the first film you were ever in?
The first film I ever been in, oh my God. I can't remember. It was in New York. It's been so long. I believe it was called, I can't remember. It was in New York City. It was in Harlem. I think it was on 110th Cathedral. I remember we was out there filming, but I was an extra, but it was my first time, and I was feeling good about that, like, okay, and I just liked the hype, the attention, getting my makeup and stuff done, and doing that. Then I came out here, and I did modeling a lot more out here, but I started in New York with just doing stage play in 8th grade. I was in 1 or 2 videos. One of them was the Derelict Camp. It was a rapper that came out during that time. I think it was from Hollis, Queens. I was in their video. I was in another video, and then I did a modeling show. I remember Big Daddy Kane and Queen Pen was hosting it. And that's what I did so far in New York besides modeling. I mainly did like more stage play and acting. In North Carolina, as I got older, of course, the kids started getting a little bit older, and I started redirecting my focus back to me.
Okay.
So, and then I met you. I met a couple other people. So yes.
I know you were in It Takes a Village. What, part 2?
Yes, that is. Well, actually, that is the first movie I was in.
Okay.
I was in stage play first with JoJo.
Okay.
We did the Christian stage play. Where
is JoJo? Shout out to JoJo.
Shout out to JoJo. Hey,
where you at, JoJo?
Centuries. Hopefully you're doing well. But yeah, I started with JoJo and a couple of people then. And then I did meet up with Miss Morgan. And yes, that's how I was introduced with you.
Yeah,
yes.
okay, absolutely.
We started filming first at her house before we actually did it at the school.
Right.
And that's when I actually met you. I have pictures on my Instagram actually
You
with
do?
that first
From
time.
back in the day?
Yes, the very first time.
Wow. And that was part 2, right?
That was part 2, yes.
And then you were in Find My Way to Musical.
And I was in Find My Way to Musical.
Sure enough.
I forgot about that one too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to write my resume over again.
Yeah, you got to do it.
I
Like,
gotta keep it up.
you got to do it. Get your
But life
acting
been
real.
lifing. But I'm back. I'm back on it. I am happy. I'm in a good place and space. So I am ready to kick off.
That's a beautiful thing. That's
Definitely.
a beautiful thing. So, we're going to go random. What's your favorite cereal?
It used to be Cocoa Pebbles,
So what is it now?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yo, a lot of people like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I like the
for
little
real.
sugar. I like the little.
That's what it is. That little
The
kick.
little kick. Yes. Yes.
Uh-huh. Do you collect art?
I have 2 arts that I gotten from you.
Oh,
Kinda.
for me?
Yes, you don't remember?
What you got?
I posted when you had, I think you was moving from your last building to this building. And one of them looked actually like this. It's a burgundy one.
Burgundy.
It's in my living room because it goes
Burgundy
with my
yellow?
Yes, because it goes with my burgundy leather furniture.
Nice.
So I have that one down. And then I have another one that you have given me, and that one is upstairs. And that one's like on a wood. And it's more like a freestyle design like this, but it's like
What
a little
color?
thinner. It's pink, black, and I can't remember. I'll take a picture of it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you got to show it to me.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. All right, that's what's up. What's your favorite car?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You don't know what your favorite car is?
I like a lot. I like limited edition things that everybody can have. So it's kind of.
What is that? The Rolls Royce?
It could be the Rolls Royce. It could be custom made band.
A custom made, okay.
Let me think. I'm not into the too much of the Range Rover. Yeah, I'm not into that no more. So I don't know. I think I'll stick a little bit with the Rolls Royce and the
Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Is that what accent is that?
That's the accent of New York, Southern, and West Indies.
All together.
All mixed together.
Ah, okay.
I said I'm bilingual.
Okay, because I was like, you said the Roy Royce?
The Roy Royce. I have to put it in my terms.
Yeah,
you know?
the Royce.
The Royal.
I feel you.
I really want to call it the Royal Royce. Once I
the
get
Royal
in
Royce?
it'll be the Royal Royce once I get in there. So
I know that's right.
I don't know.
You gotta make it do what it do. I ain't mad at you. All right, so tell me about this. What is one of your happiest moments in life?
My happiest moments. Definitely giving birth to all my children. Receiving the gift of life. To give life from God is a feeling that surpasses all your understanding. And all your love, it's just a whole new feeling. It's like once you have that feeling, I don't think you could perceive it. It's just that you're in it, So I'm thankful for that. That's one of my greatest gifts. I am thankful for. It's my baby.
What was one of your worst moments in life?
Getting hurt from people I sacrificed for, love so much, put before me all the time, literally, whether they knew or not. Just hurt, I don't like to be hurt, just like I don't like to hurt people, so.
Right.
But, you get around that in life, because there's no other way. You can't quit, so, yeah. And it helps you learn to have boundaries and not let people disrespect you, Sometimes you love people so much that you let them bend your standards and boundaries, and it's not okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what do you tell, because you have grown daughters right now, what do you tell your grown daughters about love?
I don't tell them nothing, baby. You got to experience it. It's experience, I just let them know, don't be like me and be too gullible, People would have sworn I knew X, Y, and Z, but no, when a person acts one way, and acts different outside, you don't know that until you actually know it,
Right.
So I just always say protect yourself. Never love nobody more than they love you. And even if someone loves you, always save a little bit for yourself, The elders used to tell me that, but I never understood what they said because, I'm a Leo. It's either all or nothing, That's our rule that we live by, So we don't know how to do half and half, So it was either all or nothing, so.
All or nothing.
All or
That's
nothing.
deep.
And I got my withdrawal card back.
The withdrawal card.
Withdrawal.
You got the Uno popping over here.
Yes. But
All or nothing.
I
That's
don't
deep.
tell them much, but carry yourself like a woman. Always respect yourself, respect your face, because you are your book. You are the author of your book. Because your character is what you display, whether you speak or you don't. It's displayed. So just always know you got people watching, and of course the Most High overall. But yeah, I don't really tell them much. I just let them know, when a person show you who they are, believe them. When you argue, sometimes the truth comes out, and you got to pay attention. It's not anger words. It's actually, real life. So it's just different things you have to learn. You got to experience. So
absolutely.
I can't really tell you because especially this generation is definitely different. So
they different in what way?
They have no real traditions and values. It's like, it's like how dogs just lay around. That's what's going on, and there's just no real care. And it's sad. There's no real love, in other words, Someone made a phrase to me the other day, and I was like, what? And I was shocked because, they don't want to be with the person, but it's like bills are so high, so it's like they're forced to deal with each other. Wow. So I was like, basically, you guys are roommating. And so, like, I was just so confused and thrown off. And I'm like, I know it's tough out here, reality, but I'm just like, wow, it's more like a roommate then. That's not a spouse, especially when you want a way out, but it's like you feel like you bind it because of X, Y, and Z. So it's just, I was just kind of shocked, and I was like, that really goes on. And it was like, yeah, you don't know? I was like, no.
Yeah, that's real. And it is rough out there, too.
It is, but I definitely, I don't judge, but I was like, huh? Like, okay. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, but it's just like, whoa. And I just was looking at my coworkers. You never know, but,
Yeah, looking around, you learn so much in 2026.
Yes,
It's a whole. That's why I ask certain questions like, if he said he wanted it open, would you be open to it? Because it's out there.
No,
it's just out there. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so many different dynamics. Like, I'm learning.
And unfortunately, it was years ago. I believe he did when I, brought it up, and I was like, hell no. Like, are you crazy?
Right.
And I felt violated. I felt like disrespected because you should know. You know me. You've been with me, so you should know what type of female you're dealing with.
Right.
So I just felt like. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Different little hints and clues after all, But when you're young, once again, and you're pure, nobody can tell you nothing. You got to think about when you was young and in love, whether you was a teenager or an adolescent. You would try to go toe-to-toe with your parent if you had to because you thought you was in love,
Yeah, thought you was right.
Or you wanted to be right underneath this person, or they don't understand, or you always judging. It's not till you actually live life to understand. So, even God give us room to grow and learn, so...
That's absolutely correct. Because we definitely don't know stuff when we're that young.
No, you don't. You think you know, and you're full of it. You're full of that energy, but, it's not always correct, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to live and learn sometimes.
You got grown kids, I got
words.
grown kids, so we definitely see
But my
what's
daughters,
happening.
they're pretty good, and I'm thankful. I'm so blessed. They're all independent. They're all doing what they're supposed to do. They definitely... follow my trait. You gotta survive. Don't wait on nobody because I don't like to get disappointed. So I would not be waiting on no one. If you say you're gonna do something cool, if you do, you do. You don't, you don't. Because I'm not really the type to act. So I'm really like get it out the mud and you work for it. You get it. And I'm okay with that.
So what is it like? That leads me to my next question. What is it like being a strong black woman?
I think that just comes with getting through situation in life, not letting it beat you down. I don't think a lot of black women know and recognize their strength until they actually make it through, And sometimes it takes someone else to point it out and reflect it to you. And it's usually an outsider, or it's just, maybe your kids might make you feel good one day, but sometimes it goes over your head. But at the end of the day, it's just, much what it is.
Okay. All right, so wait, let me think of my next one.
I feel like we all born a certain way. We get fashioned by our demographics, our environment, our circle, who we connect to. But, hurt definitely alters people, So the best thing to do is be around good people, especially if you're good people. You can't...
Right.
How would I say? You can't walk around with a shield all day long. Life is gonna happen, but just for your peace of mind, you just gotta stand fast, and
That was deep. That was a good one you said. So wait, pick it up. That's good food, y'all.
Yeah,
hurt
a lot of
alters people.
It does.
Hurt alters people. So it really can change Now, did it alter you? How did it alter you?
It did. I was in the cut for a while. I was definitely hurt. I was definitely hurt. So, married this man since I was 20, turning 21, and I really loved him and stuff. And I was hurt, but life happens, and I know, situation is what it is. But again, as a woman, I have 4 children, so I was hurt, and I kind of try to put a Band-Aid on it and keep it moving like many, many women do, And, you don't have no time to really let it soak on you like that, because you can't.
Right.
It's so much to do because it's on you. So with that being said, we don't have a choice. So I think because we don't really have a chance to sometime vent or let it all out really, it gets bottled up in us. And it's like storing hurt.
So did you stay busy? Or you stayed working a lot?
Yes, sir. You know it. I used to do 16 hours, like 6 days a week.
16 hours, 6 days a week.
Yeah,
y'all.
I worked to the point that my mind wouldn't have to play tricks on me. Right. The devil wouldn't have to manipulate me or make me feel no kind of way. I worked enough, and I, of course, did what I had to do for my children, and, time went by.
Stay busy.
And, of course, after I got over my resentment and my hurt, of course, I had to make it right with my Lord, because, of course, he said warning before destruction. Our Lord loves us. But when you're hurt, you feel like everyone is attacking you.
Right.
And I feel like, Heavenly Father, you know me. You know me better, so how could you? So I felt like at the time I didn't have no one holding me down. Okay. I felt alone. But I know the devil is a lie because the Lord showed me every time. He definitely showed me in quietness, in the peace, talking to my heart, reminding me different things that I prayed for. Showing me exactly same place, looking out the window, all type. And when he did that, I said, okay, it was time. And I believe when he did it, he knew that was going to be my time. Because I was able to prevail. It hurt it. But I feel like if it happened when my kids was younger, I would be more distraught. Because I was wanting that family orientation since I wasn't raised with my real dad. And with that being said, I feel like God has a time and season for everything. And although I thought, I wasn't ready, I definitely was ready. Because it was that time for it to be no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you tell your 13-year-old self?
Not to be so much in a haste, because I kind of grew up not allowed to go out. I grew up 7-day Adventist. I don't know if you guys know 7-day Adventists, but we didn't really have a life. We didn't celebrate holidays. We couldn't really go out and play with other kids because our family, they West Indian, they kind of strict. So it was just not really feeling like I had a real childhood, but I had a childhood, thankfully, for my best friend, BB. She used to live across the street from me, and she was the only child, so her mom, Dolly, hey, her mom used to always get me and BB, and we used to go out and do things together, whether we went to the Statue of Liberty, they took me to the beach. I was like her second child growing up, and I appreciated that because being at my mother's West Indian, the background is different. I guess, they grew up with having kids do chores and cooking by the time they 7, but America's slightly different. So it was just I still had a childhood,
Did you teach your girls about your West Indian culture?
I tried to. They learn a little bit more as they get older, but I guess they didn't really comprehend the language, but they know the tradition well. They just don't speak Creole, but they don't understand it fully, but they definitely know the tradition. They know the good food because my mother's a good cook. So, what
meal do you make that everybody go, "Woo, Nathalie cooked that"? Woo!
Everything, honestly.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I'm being so honest. I'm such a picky eater, and I'm a person with taste and flavor. So I cook how I want my food to taste. So I'm just being honest. I clean
There's
my meat.
There's a few people that came on this podcast and say everything.
Well, yes, it's everything. I could come bring some things one day and display, honey.
So what's the one dish, though, that is you're known for?
Okay. Everyone loves my baked macaroni and cheese, and my jerk chicken, and my oxtail, and my fried chicken.
And my
turkey wings.
Look, I told you it's gonna be more.
And my turkey
It's like
wings.
It's like 12 different things.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Just
I have
good
a blend of goodness. I learned Haitian food. I learned Jamaican food. I learned American food, and I learned Southern food. So I can mix and match. And,
Okay.
You know.
It's just like that. It's
and
just
of course,
good.
you know, West Indian, they have flavor. We cook and clean our meats and boil it, lemon. We have, we use.
Got the flavors.
We don't just use salt and pepper.
Got the restaurants.
Yeah, we don't
Got stuff
just
popping.
use salt and pepper.
You don't use salt and pepper?
We just don't use salt
Oh,
and pepper.
I got
we
you.
use seasoning.
Right. Whole bunch of flavors.
Yeah, good seasoning. Not salty, but good seasoning. Flavor.
Do you travel back to where you're from, to the West Indies?
Oh, I haven't been in Haiti since I was 13 years old. That was like 93. So yeah, I haven't been there since. And then a whole lot changed, obviously, with the country and everything. But it's still a beautiful country. I still see a lot of people traveling on a tourist side, the opposite side, where they have the mountains and stuff. So.
Right.
Yeah, it's
so
beautiful
people don't
out
go
there.
to the heart where stuff really happens.
Yeah, like, like the city part or, the area like will be like Port-au-Prince. Those areas is like got a lot of
stuff going on.
Trafficking and a lot of gangs and stuff,
Wow.
But there's a lot of nice places there too,
So I know it's a lot of people that's from different places are sending money back to the place to either buy something.
Well, they've been doing that for generation. I heard just recently that Trump was trying to stop that,
Okay. Are you doing it? Have you been doing it?
Well, my family been doing that for years. They definitely been always taking care of their loved ones back home.
Right.
Rest in peace to my great aunt, Giseline. She passed away 2 years now. It's already 2 years. Time went by. But she had her sisters back there still and her brothers, and we had other cousins. So she will always get the barrel. I remember the barrel.
What's the barrel? What is that?
The barrel in New York City, you'll get that big plastic barrel. We call it the Doom in Creole.
Okay.
And you will fill it up with, and it's like from the floor all the way up to here, and you will fill it up with everything. And it's like as big as a...
Now, when you say everything, what are you talking about? Clothes?
Whatever you want to send them. Clothes, food,
so you could put
shoes.
all kinds of stuff in the barrel and just send the barrel.
And ship it. And she literally used to do it faithfully, like, every month. And as she got older, it was like every maybe 2 to 3 months. But she always send money and send them things, yeah.
Nice.
I even contributed. She taught me how to be, a giver. And I love giving, my clothes that couldn't fit me. Because they were still good, beautiful clothes. And, I let my cousins and other people, that didn't have the opportunity to have it, enjoy it. So, they used to love the New York people.
Okay, that's what's up, dude. I just send in the barrels, huh?
Yeah.
How much would a barrel cost to send?
I honestly don't know. I just remember she used to go through CAM. C.A.M. And that's all I remember. And it used to be in a check cashing place, and then they moved it to their own little location, like, the West Indians and Indians end up having their own little spot. So it made it a little bit easier for them to, transport things. So.
Okay. That makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
What's next for me? Okay. Whatever God has in store for me.
I know that's a good answer.
Honestly.
But what you planning?
I'm honestly trying to get back in the mix. I'm trying to cross out my little list that I have for my bucket list and getting things knocked out. So I'm back acting. I believe we start filming this week coming up.
Okay.
I won't disclose.
What's that? What you gonna be on?
I won't disclose the name yet. I don't think we're able to at this moment while it's in the making.
Okay.
But I'm finally a main character.
Can you say the director?
Okay, the director would be Donna Denise. Hey, girl.
Got you. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
So.
I know what that is, y'all.
Well, we know.
That's what's up.
We gonna keep you watching.
Okay, that's what's up.
But yes, so yeah, we getting ready to get into pre-production so we can start our filming. And I just can't wait. Of course, I've been in plenty of movies, plenty of stage plays, but and I normally will have like 1 or 2 lines in it, or maybe 2-3 lines, but I am the main character from the beginning to the end.
Nice.
Along with the main character, which I am the sister to. So,
okay.
So I can't wait. Yeah.
That's dope. That's good.
And then
That's
I'm
a good
working
look
with
for you.
something else with Brendan Bias. I'm waiting on him to contact me back, but I'm waiting on I guess my part from when that scene kicks in. So
Got you.
yeah.
Shout out to Brandon Bias out
Hey
there.
Brandon.
I'm in the bridge. Go back. We go back. Okay.
Is he
So
from New York? Brandon's from New York.
I don't know where Brandon's from.
Oh, okay.
No, his first film was called The Bridge.
The Bridge. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I remember hearing the film, but I didn't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
Yeah, I played a gangster named Ace.
Okay. All right, Ace Boogie.
Straight gangster.
I'm gonna go back and look at it because I do remember something
It's on
about
Prime.
The Bridge.
I don't know if it's on Tubi, but I definitely know it's on Prime.
Okay.
The Bridge. He's probably
And the movie
3?
that was with him in the grip, that is also was on Amazon. Someone recently told me it was on Tubi. I didn't get a chance to follow up. Maybe I could check it out this evening.
I saw that at the premiere.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, we always there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
But then also, he released it this February as well.
Oh, the movie?
On Amazon. Yeah, the movie.
Okay.
So it was on Amazon Prime, maybe about a good 3 months, and then after that, I think someone just recently told me it was on Tubi. They seen it on.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Well, I got something for you to be in too. I'll tell you about that after the show.
Okay.
But yeah, I got something for you too. So we'll make that work. So where can people follow you?
I am on Instagram. I am Nathalie_snacks. On Facebook.
Snacks.
Yeah.
What's the snacks about?
I'm a snack. What can I say?
You said I'm a snack. What kind of snack are you?
Let me see. I'm the long-lasting one.
The long-lasting snack.
So whatever you want that to be.
I don't know if I've ever had a long-lasting snack. What is that, like chewing gum?
It could be a chewing gum.
Big Red.
I was thinking of that used to be my favorite gum. How did you know? That used to be my favorite
You
gum.
said long-lasting, so I was just thinking about the commercial.
Yes.
Just a little longer.
Yes, I like that. I'm gonna have to.
All right, Big Red.
Okay.
Okay, Big Red.
You
We in the
silly.
building.
You silly.
All right, so go ahead.
Let me think. Honestly, like I said, I was raised Seventh-day Adventist, so we wasn't allowed to eat candy. I didn't really eat candy till I was like 12, 13, 14, honestly. Like,
so candy was like a whole privilege.
yeah, when we used to get Easter basket, my grandma used to hide it in the closet. You know, us little kids, we try to get it. Cause we're like, it's candy, it's ours. Like, where she's hiding it? You know? But
Oh, that is funny.
I understand what she was doing. I thank you, Grandma. But yeah, you know, we little kids. I seen a big, bright pink basket with a lot of candy with a plastic. Yeah, bust into it one day. I don't know. I just remember eating candy. But on a real note, honestly, we wasn't raised on candy. We couldn't eat sweets. My grandma used to make us honey sandwiches. Me and my cousin Alex. No lie.
I never had a honey sandwich.
I promise
I had
you
a
God.
sugar one,
I never had a sugar one.
sugar toast, the butter toast, cinnamon toast,
Never.
mayonnaise sandwich.
My grandma used to put honey on the bread. And I don't know.
And just eat it.
We was happy, I guess, because it gave us the sugar rush we was
Right,
like. So
right.
it was taste because we never had sweets. So to us, it was like, woo. So I would eat it, and we would be outside, and the honey bee would come start chasing me, and I'm running through my
With the honey?
sandwich. Listen, my cousin, Alex, I love you. You know, he was a little chubby. He ran with his sandwich getting attacked by the honeybees, and I would never forget that. I think that was like the last notation on my mind of ever eating honey bread, because I think I was traumatized by the honeybees.
I don't think I ever had honey
I don't know. I actually spoke to one person ever that ever said that grandma made them honey bread too, and I was like, But my grandmother was very, very, very spiritual.
Okay.
So I know, you know, in the Bible they have the milk and honey and stuff like that. So I don't know if she was feeding us honey. I don't know, because I feel like I'm very, like, gifted like how she was, you know.
Okay.
And her spirituality, of course, rubbed off for me. She used to always take us to church and stuff, both of my grandmas. So I don't know. We didn't really have sweets, so right now my sweets will be like Snicker and M&M peanuts when I have that taste every now and then. Other than that, I'll be chewing gum.
What would you tell the generation to come? What good food would you leave them?
I'm a natural, holistic person. I'm more of a clean food person, especially having a very sensitive stomach. It's like my body knows when something's not right. It'll reject it right away. Mm-hmm. But I say definitely eat clean, try not to eat so much fast food. Because everything's a propaganda, Even though this might be spoiled, you're still going to serve it and sell it. That's not right. So at the end of the day, you just got to care for yourself. You got to make better decisions and judgment. And don't wait till you get older, because sometimes, as you can see, you have 20-year-olds having heart attacks, 30-year-olds is, life be life. And so I definitely would say take care of yourself. I don't know what else to say, but it's just the focus. Me, for myself, I'm more holistic. I've always been that way since I was younger. I think I knew I was that way before even my mother even understood my body composition. Because even growing up, I've never really been a type to drink water. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm older, I realize my body loves alkaline water. Okay. It loves alkaline or the purified water, But other than that, the regular water bottles, they used to always make me feel nauseated unless I was really dehydrated and my water was cold. So it's basically learning your chemistry. They got a lot of good doctors these days, especially for our kind, for us to know our body types, to know our bloods, levels, everything. Everything that you will need to know, get with a good physician, someone that can understand you, whether it's a male or female.
What do you feel about the herbalist and the natural?
I'm a big herbalist. Okay. I've been one, like I said, since I was younger. I'm 100% for that. I'm for that before the doctors. I actually had a thyroid bigger 2 times and a quarter, and I cured it myself.
It was in your throat?
Yes, it was literally in my throat. That was one of the reasons why my voice used to always be raspy. I never knew that. It actually got triggered even more after I had my son because I guess I put on weight. Mm-hmm. And mine is, I think, hyper. So that's why I'm always moving around and weight don't stick on me too much because I'm so hyper. So that was an imbalance in my hormone, but I ended up curing it. And even my doctor, she wasn't judgmental on like most of them. Mm-hmm. I believe she was either like Pakistani or Indian. She was curious to know what holistic products that I use. And most of the time they don't. They refute it. They look at you a kind of way, because you're not taking their medicine. Right. She was very curious to, to know what I used. So when I came back and follow up again, and I shrunk it even smaller now, she was like, I really want to know. So I gave her a list of what I used. And then she said, I'm going to follow up one more year just to make sure. We follow up one more year. It was completely gone. She said, I just want to keep an eye on it one more time. I'm going to see you 6 more months. She said, if everything's clear, I'm going to just, discharge you, and I'll see you every 2 to 3 years. So, of course, 6 months came again, and it was completely gone. And as you can see, I had pictures where you could actually see it.
You could see a knot.
Yeah, it was like,
wow.
Yeah. And I forgot what they call that, the nod. I forgot what it's called. But, yeah, it was actually there. And people would notice it, and I did it. They would say my throat would extrude, and then it would be literally right there. But I feel like that helped me.
So what did you use?
I used maca root. I've been studying maca root since I was 14 years old. Thankfully for the internet, I'm so happy that I was able to be finally able to have it. Like, the internet helps connect things, Right. I've been reading it since I was 14 years old because I always wanted to gain weight. So I always researched the natural way, and I knew it was grown in Peru in the rainforest. I mean, I did my research and everything.
So it's just the herb? Like, how did you take it?
What I did was I had a friend, he makes natural herbs. He used burdock root, maca root. He's a natural holistic.
He makes
himself.
teas?
He makes teas well, but he mostly do the capsule.
Okay, the capsule.
So he he gets the leaves sometimes. He grind into powder form so you can take in a capsule. So when he did that for me, I started taking that, and then my daughter had a friend as well. Her grandma in Winston-Salem also had a holistic business as well. So I also had gotten one from her as well. So I had taken both of theirs, one during the day, one at night. I would say probably by like the third month, whole body's feeling good. I didn't have no more inflammations. Even arthritis, I cured my arthritis. I don't know if you could tell. They call this a knot. See, my knuckles is up here, but this is like a sprout, they call this. It was worse, but you could see it straightened out. It was
so
like
maca
this.
root did that too?
No, with this, I use black seed oil.
Black seed oil.
Black seed oil is a universal property that is really good for the body. I mean, West Indians used it way back in the days. Chinese, Asians. It's a good property. You can intake it and you can rub it on your arthritis. It's for inflammation. It's helps for digestion. It helps for everything. It's like a multi-purpose. I would say holistic medicine. I won't even call it a medicine. I'll call it,
So you rubbed it on your hand?
What I used to do, like during the wintertime, it starts to get red and get inflamed. And then, like, you see how the extra knot, it'll start getting swollen a little bit. So what I would do is rub. And one day it's because I have ran out of my olive oil, because I used to use olive oil. But the olive oil didn't work so effectively as the black seed oil. So I actually was rubbing it one day because it was inflamed so bad, and I had gotten back from work and I could actually seen it, and it was all red and it was looking horrible. So I'm just rubbing it and I was in pain, and I didn't have no oil.
I gotta give you some
I didn't have
Emerald
nothing
Healing.
to put in it.
Some Emerald Healing pain cream that I created, right?
Okay.
And the reason why I had trigger finger, you know what that is?
I remember
Where
that.
your finger gets stuck down there.
That was happening to me a couple years ago. That's another form of
you had
arthritis.
that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That comes from not drinking enough water, and it's a form of arthritis. That's called lock joints. That's what happened.
So
my
I
fingers,
had that.
and I would be like, so my kids like, look, and they would be like, and I'm like, why is it? And I'm like, pull it. It was time they had to pull it. But guess what? Once I started drinking my water, taking my maca root, burdock root, ashwagandha, all the good stuff, I don't have no problem no more. No inflammation, no aches. It was the time they got me my witness. I'm in the medical field, so even as, the CNA/med aids, your knees were hurt.
Right.
And back then, my knees used to get inflamed. Ankles, they work well. I don't have none of those problems. And yes, I'm in my 40s, late 40s
that's
at
right.
that, yes.
So I had bought this hemp. It was like a hemp cream, and I put it on my fingers, and it healed it. And I said, "Oh snap!
I have
that's
hemp
good."
cream. I just haven't used them. I got
Really?
like 3-4 of them. Really?
So I made one after that.
Oh.
Because they stopped. Remember, everybody was talking hemp like crazy.
Real crazy.
And then
it slowed down out of nowhere.
Just all the hemp stuff just disappeared.
Since like I would say maybe like the beginning of this year, I haven't seen so
Right.
much. Yeah.
You have to literally order it online and find it and stuff like that. Even I used to drink this hemp tea that was from Traditional Medicines. They don't even make it no more. So I got a hemp license.
They don't want to seem healthy. It's not. Yeah.
Look, I got a hemp license. I got a hemp farm.
No.
And I grow hemp and make my own products. So I got to give you that, because that, like for your finger, it rejuvenates the joints and the cartilage in between the bones.
I remember you was telling me you was juicing, and I remember I was juicing during the time too. So I'm like, okay, but yeah, that's awesome. I would like to try that.
Absolutely.
I didn't know the hemp was like powerful like that, because I know my daughter gave me one for the holidays. I just have it stack up, but I guess I'll probably try it out and see how it is.
Absolutely. That's good stuff. So wait, you were giving people your how to find you.
Oh yeah, I'm Instagram, IG. I am Nathalie _snacks, NATHALIE _snacks, and on Facebook, my name is Nathalie Blige. It's spelled the same way, NATHALIE, and Blige, BLIGE. I chose the last name because Mary J. Blige is my long lost sister. I always said that. I love her so much. I love her. That is my long lost sister.
Wow.
I felt like we always been soul sister. At 11, 12 years old.
Wow, I thought that was your real last name.
No.
Wow. Okay.
I'm manifesting to meet my big sis
you
one
got
day.
your Hollywood on.
Yes,
I feel you. Okay.
yes.
Nathalie Blige up in the building.
Yes.
That's what's up. So all y'all can hit her up because she's looking for them acting parts, right?
I am. I definitely want to start acting back home. If you guys have any good movies, let me know. I'm not thirsty. I'm not one of those to do anything in scenes. I definitely have, like I said, my standards, things I will do and things I won't do.
Right.
I know myself. I know my talent, and that's just what it is, Whatever I do, I definitely.
When you say I'm not thirsty, what does that mean?
Well,
so you won't do a sex scene?
No, I don't want to do no sex scene. First of all, I'm a very secretive person, and I'm very like in tune, type of person. I'm like mind, body, soul type of person. So, I don't like to expose certain things that I feel like is for me, and for us. So I never feel comfortable because even when dating, I literally have to actually feel real comfortable to be comfortable to feel open to a person. Otherwise, I'm just like. Why are you touching me? I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe because I didn't have so much experience of dating. I think that might play a part. Because my friend, she be like, "What's wrong?"
So what about the fact that it's 10 people in a room and you're just acting? You still can't do it?
I mean, we could be underneath the sheet and I can rub on you, but I'm gonna be fully clothed, or I'm gonna at least have my.
They not paying for that.
No, they can't see.
Because think about it, when they hire a woman, right?
Well, guess what?
A beautiful woman that's shapely, and they want you to play that main role with that main male actor or whatever, and they want to see that woman walk down the hall. They want to see that silhouette. And then they want to see that slow kiss and that music come on and it's nice and slow. And then they want to see that negligee, and then they want to see the shape and the curve and all that. But if that's something you ain't doing, then that's something you ain't doing. That's fine. Yeah, but that's what they want for those movies.
You can see my shape through my clothes too.
They could, but that just wouldn't be none of those scenes. And there's plenty of movies where people are not in those scenes, but they're not the main characters either most of the time.
Well, it's more than meets to the eye with me, and I fret not.
Okay, so you will be the co-star.
I guess so. Sometimes your work speaks for itself, and you don't need certain things to shine.
That's true.
I'm a true believer of that.
That's true. That's true.
I feel like my character, my boldness, my it's more than my physique. Right. I've always been pretty petite. That's nothing.
I mean, in a movie they got so many roles, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. They got so many roles, so it's nothing to worry about.
Maybe one day, I don't know. Maybe I'll come close, but
It was just a question. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you
for having me.
You have to come
back after you do this movie that you're working on now. You got to come back and talk about it when y'all start promoting the premiere and stuff like that.
I definitely will. I'm actually trying to work on some things to myself. I guess we're going to try to get in the studio. I told you I got a few things I'm trying to do.
Some music?
Yeah, I'm trying to cross off my bucket list,
Okay.
And I've been hesitating for a long time, and it's mainly because it's like, I know.
Scared?
Well, scared used to be the issue, but it's more like.
What?
It's like nice, nasty type thing. So it's like, I still want to make sure I portray God a proper way, and I have people.
But they got gospel. They got gospel rappers now.
Yeah, they do.
Y'all want to do that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I have some raps about God, my love and affection, but I don't really want to like dib and dab when it comes to the Heavenly Father. I don't like to cross-contaminate things. You know what I mean? Okay. I was raised,
So you still got some stuff to say?
I do, though. I do, because like I said, I have a lot of hurt in me, a lot of good ideas. I can even be somebody ghostwriter, because I've been writing, like I said, ever since 11, 12. But I have some things I just want to lay down. I know I'm good. I know I could have been better. Letting people shine your light and make you feel lesser. Like I said, it was a point of time that I let people feed me their emotion and believe it,
Right.
And I hindered myself, and put myself on a back wagon. So at this point in my life, I'm not shelving myself. I know I'm the head honcho. I'm taking control, and I'm doing how I want to do it, the way I'm doing it, because we only have one life to live at the end of the day. So with that, I'm trying to be very sincere, trying to put all my work and ethic in it. Because I want to be on a big screen. I want my vision that I had since a little girl to be outlived. I've been on TV and stuff, but I want to be what I want to be, what I visualize myself to be. So I always see me making a video, dropping my songs, and it's good titles. It's really, and I feel like it would help people, honestly, especially in today's time, and because it's things you can relate to. So
you got to do it.
I think I'm scared of the criticism because, like I said, it's nice, nasty. So it's like
you gotta do it. You gotta just do it. You gotta just do it. That's the only answer.
That's true, right?
That's the only. Yeah, just do it. Just do it. It ain't even about them. It's about you. When you do your music, it's about you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I remember we was doing this. It was a DVD called I Want to Strip for My Man, but I Don't Know How, right? And I did it with Stacey J, actress. And the DVD was about these 3 strippers who was teaching everyday women how to strip for their man. And one of the things that the girls said, one of the strippers that was a teacher said, she said, when I dance in front of them, she said, I'm turning me on, and that's automatically turning him on. So I'm not doing it to turn. Yourself. Yeah, like she's like, I wasn't doing it to turn him on. I was turning me on, and it was automatically turning him on. Mm-hmm. So it was like one of those things where, when you confident, and it's like when you walk in a room. When you walk in a room and you're like, boom, bam, I'm here. You got to do the same thing with your music and everything else.
But it hurt. Once again, hurt keeps you hidden. It makes you feel like you're not good enough. It's like you basically shelf yourself. You understand? Right. And when you start realizing, what's going on, then that's when you have to break free. So, the good Lord is great. And I'm still blessed with so many opportunities, and I definitely want to take advantage of it. Never leaving him out of it or behind. Never,
So what do you tell yourself to make you say, let's do this?
Honestly, in my older age and today, I just can't think about it because I feel like when I think about it, it's me processing it and me going through my brain, and then it starts fighting every little thing that might be wrong or could go wrong.
Right.
But if I just do it like I used to and act on it, it goes smooth. So I feel like sometimes, you know how they say your mind is your battlefield? Sometimes your mind can deceive you.
Right.
So you got to sometimes just take your chances because you'll miss out on opportunity. And a lot of times, opportunity don't knock twice. But with the goodness of the Lord, He remembers your prayers. So sometimes, when things starts coming, and I'm like, and then I remember I pray for him. I'm like, all right, God, you didn't forget about me, Dad. And you get hyped, but you got to hype yourself up, like you said.
Got to.
And for me, I like playing music. I like just being in my own zone. I'm learning not to let people be in my space because sometimes that deteriorate and deflect my whole aura, if you get what I'm saying. So it's just being focused.
That's a fact.
Because when it's something that you want to do anyway, it's going to happen. It's just you want to do it to your capability or your best capabilities. So.
Right. Let me tell you something. You said you're in your 40s. I'm 54.
Well, you still look good for your age.
And my thing is, everything I do it like, this is how it's done. This is how it should be done. You know what I mean? And I got the confidence with it, and it's kind of like if somebody's sitting there going, you can't even hear the beat, but you automatically be like,
the vibe.
You start like, okay, what you about to do? What you about to do? And I think that's how you gotta walk through life with everything you do.
It's true.
Everything. Because I used to tell myself as an artist, I ain't that good. Especially when I saw artists, and I'm talking about visual artists, not rapping, because rapping, I thought I was the bomb, period. You know what I'm saying? But doing painting and stuff, I was like, I ain't that good, I'm playing around. But then, as I started to learn more about different big artists, like, Basquiat and like Ramir Bearden and like even Picasso, look at some of the art. Like, you're not going to like every piece that they made, but you're going to find one piece where you're going to be like, ooh.
And stare at it, yeah.
That's
I
high.
like this art, though. I love the color blend.
Thank
I
you.
really love it, and I'm a big gold person. I love gold, so you splash that in a perfect.
I don't know where this doggone glitter shine came from in my brain, but I like shiny.
Yeah,
I like
popped
shiny.
it out. It did what it's
I
supposed
like
to do.
shiny. I mean, like even like the shirt, I'm shiny. I like shiny. I don't know why. That's just my thing.
And I love that. My lifestyle is your vacation. That's how I'm trying to live it. You got to put me on, brother. I got to retire this medical field.
Listen, and this is real too.
I believe
because it's every day.
That's right.
It's every day because people retire. They work all these years and they retire just to do some of the things they really want to do.
It's true.
And I'll be like, no, I'm doing what I want to do now.
It's true, though.
So I'm living that vacation right now. You know what I mean? But, you know, it takes work, and you got to set yourself up because the bills still got to get paid.
Yes, I know it. I'm on that level, though.
Look,
I want to live my lifestyle like I'm on
Kids,
vacation. I'm trying to be on the TV.
Right, exactly. So, you know, but, you know, I never forget Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis sitting down with us at the EMI convention. There was all these different producers around the table. And he was like, look, he's like, music is jealous. You got to give that time to music. He said, when you start making money, some of y'all take money and y'all start dipping off and disappearing and all that. He was like, nah, you got to take money and make your life more open so you can do more music. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Like, don't just create more bills so now you're chasing the bills. He said, nah, take the music money
and make
your life a certain way so you can enjoy doing music and doing the craft without worrying about the bills so much. And it was just like, okay, how do we do that?
Well, that's how I am. I want to get in my craft full body like a whole lot of you guys, you know, but I'm still working 12 hours.
Right.
So it's me balancing that. I still have, you know, my teen that's growing up. So it's just balancing everything pretty much. But I'm not too far away from retiring because I know God's going to make it happen.
That's right. And then you have to communicate with your peoples like us who already doing it.
Yeah.
And just get the blueprint.
I'm
get
here.
The blueprint.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying it on live.
Listen, it's the blueprint out there because it is some steps you have to do to pay these bills without paying these bills.
Well, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking into different things. I want to transition out the medical field, like I said, and do something different. So with that being said, you know, besides the party business, I do want to have another business, you know, rotating. So we'll see.
After we have some conversations, you'll have some other businesses. I'm already sure of that. Because I'll tell you about some things. You're going to be like, what?
I'll tell you something.
How much do I need to do that?
Yeah, because I'm more of a multitasker. I don't mind working, but, you know, as you get older, like, the 12 hours starts to feel like 16 hours now. Like, at this time, I probably would get ready to take my shower and be knocked out by like 9:30, 10.
Right.
And I'm like, this is not life. Like,
right.
I'm not old to be feeling like this. And it's just like, you know, so.
I worked for this one dude. He had this driving transport thing. And I said, let me go. I'm always, if you got a business, let's say if you was cleaning windows, I'd be like, yo, I clean windows with you. You know what I mean? Because I like physical labor. I like doing stuff.
Me too.
But then if I'm standing there.
And you standing watching
and 10 hours went by, and I'd be like, ooh, I couldn't do this every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, yeah.
Be like,
certain things look easy until you actually do it. And that's the truth. That's really the truth,
And for me, it's not about the easy, hard part. It's about the time consuming.
It is. It's time consuming.
Because when I was, we were signed when I was, 21 to a label and been in the music industry all the way to now. It's like way over 30-something years, right? But then when I came to the South, it was something that I said to myself. I said, there's no one thing I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I don't care what it is. If somebody said, yo, I'll pay you a couple million to shoot films for the rest of your life, I'll be like, no. Because I don't want to shoot films every day for the rest of my life. You
know what? I meant to say also, I took a film class. It was Copy Sent. I believe his name is, oh my God, Hassan. I took a class out here, and then also we had the class with Patrick. So I also had,
yeah, Patrick.
Yeah,
okay.
So that was
I in that same class with Patrick?
He was with us in
That's the one Camellia was in. That's when I think I met Mia in that class.
You met Mia
Kareem.
then. Yeah, Kareem and all of us.
Yeah, it's in that same class. Okay, that's what's up.
Hayden and a couple other people,
That's what's up. That's a fun class. And I did a class with Tamika Allen.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get a chance to.
I worked under Morgan Flowerchild, took her acting class. She taught me a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And then I learned from Tennille Faust that worked at Bennett College. She taught me a lot of acting stuff too.
Okay.
So it was like I was just getting those nuggets, and Stacey J. Johnson. I would always just get the acting nuggets. Just
okay, that's good. Definitely,
yeah. Because I just want
to
know.
It's good to learn. You might feel you're a natural, which is good, but it's just different cues and different things you want to know that will help you bigger and better. You know, You learn new things every day anyway. So with that being said, I'm always in for it. You know, when
it comes to acting, I can tell you right now, I ain't doing no lead with all that long dialogue. Yo, I'm not with it. You hear me? No. Heck no. It's too much work. I'm not with that. I will come in and be a co-star or a pop-in cousin or have like a scene. I prefer that. I prefer coming in a day or 2 or 3, or 4.
In and out.
Yeah, in and out. Little spot, little fun, little laughter on set. All right, boom, I'm gone. You know what I mean? But man,
it is
learn
a lot of work.
all these lines,
I'm telling you,
all these pages. That would stress me out. I'd be like, hey,
and it is a lot. Yeah, it is. But I mean, certain things is natural, and sometimes you just gotta put your mindset into the story. That's the best way in order for you to be able to execute it. So you gotta understand it. You gotta look at it in a way that you would visualize it, or you would want it to look to everyone else.
Right.
And create it. It's yours.
And the first thing is you gotta want it.
That's right. You gotta want it.
Yeah, you gotta want it. I don't want it like that. I don't want that.
No.
Nah, I enjoy it. I play with it, but I don't. I play with acting. I play with shooting films. I play with different things. Even doing art. I do art, but I don't do art every day. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to. I don't want to do nothing every day. You don't. Yeah.
I feel you. That's where I'm at. I just turned 46, and I'm like, Lord, I said I've been laboring, and I labor unto you. And of course, I don't mind, but I'm like, just like any job, once you work 25 years, that's retirement. I'm like, can I clock out?
Right.
And guess what?
Right.
Had that prayer talk conversation with him last year. Roles started kicking out, and mentally, physically, I'm much better place. My kids growing up and doing good. So now I'm just picking up the pieces for me. So I can't wait. I want to display me. I want to definitely put time in me, and go from there.
There it is. Well, thank you again for coming out.
Thank you.
Because we've been kicking it.
Yes.
And there it is, y'all. The World is Listening podcast. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.